Well, right now it is the end of the first semester for so many school districts across Indiana, and that means parent-teacher conferences are right around the corner. And joining us to talk more about the tips I guess parents can have is Ms. Jennifer Brinker with Greenwood Middle School. And I guess, Ms. Brinker, some parents, this might be their first time going into this parent-teacher conference. What should they expect?
Well, it's usually a limited amount of time, but time that you can sit down and get some really good feedback. So I would make sure, the first thing to do is to get your mind right, get your mindset in a really positive way when you walk into those conferences. And I would encourage parents, don't just focus on the academics. I mean, obviously that's why we're at school, is to learn. But I would walk in wanting more information about how your child's doing socially. How are they doing emotionally? And come with some good questions.
That makes sense. Are there any areas or questions that parents should, neither hit these in this short amount of time with these teachers?
Yeah, I would really say three main questions. So the first one would be, what are my child's strengths? You need to know what they're doing really well. And sometimes, we as parents, because I'm a parent also, you see one thing in your kids at home, they might see something different at school. So what kind of strengths that your child has. The next thing I would look at are, what are areas of concern, or what I would like to call opportunities for growth? What's something that we can be working on? And then the third thing that I would ask is, how can we support learning at home?
Yeah.
So making sure that is bridged between home and school.
Well said. Any questions or topics parents might want to avoid when they go into this conference?
I mean, I would just say, obviously, avoid any sort of disrespect. As parents, we can get really protective of our kids sometimes too. So I would just make sure that we're not at all disrespectful. If you have a concern about something that's happening at school or in the classroom, or you have a question, I like to say, get curious, not furious. Yeah. So go in asking some questions to get clarifications, because I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, when a parent calls me as an assistant principal and they're upset about something, it's usually some breakdown in communication and a miscommunication. So go in being positive and ask those questions, realizing that everybody is working for the good of the kid.
Yeah. And before we go, do you think parent-teacher conferences are more important than ever, or has it kind of just always been one of those important things?
I mean, I think that they've always been important, so that you can really bridge that gap. And I also say, in addition to that, make sure that you're looping your child into that conversation beforehand. Before you go in, talk to them. What do they think is going well? What are their concerns? What do they think is a struggle for them at school? And then afterwards, make sure you go back, share something good that the teacher said, something positive, and then set some goals together. But yeah, it's always been important, always been important.
Yeah. Well said, Ms. Brinker. We appreciate you taking the time. Of course, we'll have all this information in full recap on our website at WTHR.com. Much more 13 Sunrise when we get back.